Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, some would say the world. Currently, actually, the number one couch commentator podcast out there. Woo! Did you know that, boys? We're 93.
Let's go, baby.
Yes. I got 10 minutes ago.
We did it. We fucking did it.
Fuck the rest.
Look, I mean, we strive for excellence here, and all we get is excellence. Firstly, I'll let everyone know we've had a couple of beers tonight. We're pretty drunk. Lucas, kick us off with your night. What have you been up to, mate?
Mate, look, I'd almost say I wake up and piss excellence. That's what I'd almost say. But look, I'm going to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to a particular brewery called The Beer Shed in Lumia.
Oh, how good.
Campbelltown, guys. Now, they make an absolute scrumptious ginger beer, and it is bloody fantastic. I've only had 3, 1.5 standard drinks each. I feel like I'm ready to fight a relative at a fucking party. But you know what?
That's actually changed now. It's now called Paul Kenting.
Oh, Paul Kenting.
Yeah. It's called Paul. Yeah, Paul Kenting. I'm all good for that. But
bloody
mate,
hell.
old Luke Farlow special.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fantastic, mate.
Nah, good stuff. Well, yeah, we've had a couple of beers as well. Watched the footy today. Cronulla Sharks won. Good to see. Yeah. Other than that,
Hey, at least one of our teams won this
yeah. Talking about
Parramatta
that,
did win. We were just robbed.
talking about that, who's in the bottom 4 at the moment? Let me get my stats up.
Go us!
Tigers, Dragons, Parramatta.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Good stuff. We'll get straight into accountability about pissing excellence. I want to talk to Lucas. How many losses is that in a row for you, mate?
Look, I'm ready. I've backed myself into a corner here, and I'm ready to swing. Right. So, firstly, I'd like to come out and say, Scone, race 3.
Yep.
Now, look, Dylan Gibbons is an absolute top class jockey.
He is. He's been going real well lately. Up there, top 3 apprentices, I think.
But what absolutely kills me is that ride on Rathville on Saturday.
Yeah.
Goodness me, if I've not seen a good thing licked, Rathville storms home. He makes up 10 lengths in the space of about 200 metres. I know that's his racing pattern. He gets back and runs on, but good God. Yeah. And just another quick one, because I had me multi, right? White Marlin.
That was
horrendous.
Mate.
Mate, get this, boys. I don't know if you've heard this stat, but this is the stat of the week, in my opinion. Geordie Childs took White Marlin 36 lengths above class standard.
Jesus
that's like
Christ.
That's Usain Bolt in a 400 meter, right?
Yeah.
Usain Bolt's running 400 meters himself. He's hell for leather for 200. Hell for leather.
Wow. I was going to say.
The fact that White Marlin held on for second was massive, because most horses at that pace would have dropped well out the back, tailing towards the end. I still think he didn't win, but it was a monstrous performance by White Marlin.
Yeah, I was going to say, watching that race, it looked like he was running on quicksand or something like that, and now it makes sense because he went so early.
But look, you know what, guys? What did I say last week? Persistence is key. We will keep persevering, and we will get a dub this week.
We believe. All right, Dan, your donation, we called it last week. Dan,
I did hear that when I was listening to the podcast on the plane.
Yeah,
you're welcome, renamed my my bet.
Good stuff. How did it go? I didn't pay attention. Did you guys win, or was that?
As you guys know, I was on a plane back to Sydney, so I didn't watch the game. I refused to watch the game. I've looked at the score. I wanted to hang myself.
Oh, jeez.
From that tree.
Oh, that specific tree.
Yeah.
We'll cut the black air. The sponsor's watching. No, he's not going to do that.
As I said, I haven't watched the game, so I don't know how it went, but I don't think
you're not going to want to watch, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Other than Ben Hunt playing all right, like usual, you guys were average. Average. James.
I mean, I was able to record the game from Perth, so I could.
True. James, your jam. Tell me how it went and where it all went wrong is what I want to know.
I learned a very valuable lesson. Yeah. I know football, but I don't know who to trust. And you can never trust the Tigers.
Oh, no.
watch your mouth.
Like, so, first two games, easy. They cover the line comfortably. And for most of the game, Tigers look like they'll cover the line as well. And then they just go, you know what? We think we can win this. There are only fucking 17 people in the world that thought they were winning that game. They decide to throw the ball willy-nilly, concede another 2 tries. All of a sudden it goes over the 16 points. And the jam's gone.
James, you wouldn't believe it. I'll tell you right now, dude. So, look, as most of you might know, I'm very good friends, and I'm actually related to Benji Marshall. Now,
You're New Zealand, aren't you, Lucas?
That's right. I called Benji while he was in the box, and I said, "Oi, mate, look, Jim's jam's about to fucking hit. You get out there, you tell Luke Brooks to start fucking around."
Oh.
Just like that.
So you would have had the same thoughts though. Like me and Brendan watching this and we like tried not to say it because it's like this looks almost guaranteed at this point. 8 minutes to go, a 14-point buffer. And, oh jeez, what a capitulation!
Yeah, look,
the
offload
offload
from
from
6 minutes.
the offload, the chip and chase. It was just like, oh well, the bet was never happening, was it?
8 to 20 in real quick.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is all Tigers had to do was score 1 try and it would
No. If they just played if they played the same game they played for the first 70 minutes, I'd definitely get my bet. But because they tried to chase the win, which obviously NRL teams are going to try to win, but yeah, in doing that they gave up another 2 tries.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, Jim's jam so close but so far.
So far.
Dan and James still on the duck egg. Still on the duck egg. But,
maybe if we're changing my thing to the donation, it won't be so dumb anymore.
Yeah. On to the next, boys. Now, something I really love, I'm a big basketball man myself. Lakers beating Golden State Warriors in the whole semi-final, the major final. Game 6. And they've won. They're on to the next, progressing on to the next final. Lucas, you're the man to actually talk to because I have no idea what I'm saying. Off to you, mate.
All right, so look. All I've got to say is that the majority of the players, if not all of them, that were drafted in the same year as LeBron James, are either cleaning windows, they're retired.
Most of them go bankrupt.
Sitting home trying not to go bankrupt, counting their millions. Carmelo Anthony's still bouncing around. I think he's trying to get into the league next year. I don't know what he's doing. But the most impressive thing about LeBron James, that bloke is 38 years old. He's been in the league for 20 years. And in a Game 6 eliminator to send the Warriors home, he puts up 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Not only sending the Warriors home, sending the defending champs home.
He killed the dynasty. The dynasty that was the Warriors. I don't think they signed Klay Thompson. Yeah, I don't think they signed back Klay Thompson on a massive extension, which he's expecting, especially after he shoots. The guy shot 31% true shooting throughout that entire series. That's one of the worst shooting percentages you are ever going to see in a playoff series.
That's Ben Simmons'
from a guy of
numbers.
His caliber. Yeah, 31 bad.
Don't tease my boy Aussie Ben. He'll play for the Boomers one day.
Maybe.
So, fuck Ben Simmons. Look, I mean, LeBron, a massive part of the whole Lakers is their defense. Anthony Davis in the paint, I think he's holding his opposition player to only about 37% in the paint, which is absolutely ridiculous. He's averaging more blocks as a player than most teams are averaging together in the playoffs. He's got more blocks by himself than I think the last of the teams in the playoff series. So he's just monstrous as well.
I've heard that he's just too quick for his opposition, and then like too big for Draymond Green. I can't remember who the other middle is for.
Oh yeah. No, Kevon Looney and Draymond Green had nothing on AD.
Yeah.
He was the decisive factor. He's still himself putting up 25. 25, 10, and 5 blocks
Yeah.
almost a game.
And if you've
He's a
got to be
monster.
blocking
And-
them, then you're leaving too many skillful players outside open.
Yeah.
Look-
And the exciting thing is now you've got the Lakers, who are the 7 seed, against the 1st seed Denver Nuggets, led by Nikola Jokic,
Yeah.
who's a monster of a player himself. It's an exciting time to be a basketball
I'll tell you
fan.
what, he's got some of the hottest highlights as far as TikTok goes, because it's just you just sort of go slow pace, and then something happens out of nowhere, and you go, "Oh wow, I could do
Mate,
that."
Jokic is built like me.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm built like Jokic.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You go, "Oh, I could do that," knowing full well you could never do what he's doing.
He's just so good. Jokic is just so good.
Yeah, why can't you play like that, Lucas, on a Sunday league? What the fuck?
It doesn't help that I'm not 6'11". first
true,
of all.
Yeah.
true.
Haven't been playing
going back
since.
to-
Haven't been playing professionally since you were 16, like him either.
Yeah, I think the only difference between me, if I was 6'11", mate, I'd be better than him.
I did see a
digress.
video of him pop up of his debut at like 16 or 17 in Europe. Like,
Yeah,
even more babyface than he is now. Just
Jesus, jeez.
yeah.
Going back to talking about LeBron,
Mhm.
I seen I think it was a TikTok the other day. He said in an interview that he's not going to retire until him and his son get on the
Yeah.
court together.
yeah, he's been aiming for that for a few years now. He's like, if I can just keep going, this is a huge possibility for me.
His son is pretty good as well.
Yeah, I was talking about
average.
it today to a workmate, and he's pretty much saying the son will be like the #1 draft pick just so you get LeBron James as a
Oh, yeah.
package deal. But
Well, yeah, absolutely. If he's not #1, I'd be shocked if he goes 1.
yeah,
But he'll absolutely go top 10. He might be top 30 material, but he will go top 10.
Yeah.
So someone can
because
guarantee a
of the
year or
name.
two of
Well,
LeBron.
no, there's
you
the
can
possibility
sign a
that you
package deal.
you might get LeBron for 1 year, maybe 2 years,
Yeah.
but then you could get him coaching in around the team for the next 10 years if you keep him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the smartest player ever.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
I don't
well,
know if you
Lucas,
guys
When
saw
when he's not lying through his teeth about something stupid, the stuff that he talks about the game is
Miss singing
outstanding.
lyrics. There's a video that was going around on viral on TikTok the other day when he was at the Cavs. The Warriors ran this play off a timeout for Klay Thompson. So basically, Draymond Green gets the ball off a screen.
Yeah,
He runs the near side towards the basket, and then whips the ball around to the far corner where Klay Thompson was. And Klay Thompson, he missed the shot initially versus the Cavs all those years ago, but LeBron, 2 days ago, remembers that play, and he tells Anthony Davis. So as Draymond's making that run to get the ball from the inbound, he tells Anthony Davis, get out there on Klay Thompson and block that passing lane. AD goes out there, Davis gets the ball, looks for that outlet pass, and then turns around because Davis is there blocking. And it just goes to show how smart LeBron is that he remembers stuff like this and also, researches it.
yeah, and you remembered that's one of their clutch plays that they want to go to when time's out. Like they know that Clay is one of their best shooters. Yeah, and he
He's
just
fucking open,
kept
dude.
that
An
in.
open 3-point shot for Clay is usually money.
Yeah, kept it there. Obviously, did a bit of research before the game. Looked back at his previous matches, and I saw that same TikTok, and I went, "Wow, that's not just an athlete anymore. That's a student of the game. It's everything."
Look, boys. In saying that, is he the GOAT or not? Lucas, I know you have thoughts on why he's not, but what does he have to do? Like, what does LeBron James
mean?
have to do to be the GOAT to Lucas? Lucas doesn't think he's the GOAT, James.
Lucas thinks he's the GOAT, doesn't he?
Brandon, you must get the wrong
Yeah.
people mixed up.
I
LeBron
swear.
James is the best player to ever touch a
I was
basketball.
about to say that's one thing me and Lucas get on with a lot because it's like,
LeBron
what else
James
can he do?
is
Like,
the best.
you could
Well,
at least say that he's the same level as
Yep.
Jordan's and even Kobe's around it, but you could never say that Jordan's better because Jordan's done
what I
nothing to
would
be
give?
better.
What I would give to MJ fans, right? I would give Michael might have been better at the absolute peak of their
Yes,
powers. He
yes,
might have been
yes.
a few points per games better, but LeBron in year 20 is doing this.
So-
MJ in year 12 wasn't doing this.
We are saying here on the Couch Commentators podcast, LeBron
Put
James is
it,
the
put
GOAT.
it down. Put it down.
He's the GOAT. He's a
Put it
goat.
down.
Like,
LeBron
This year
James
he
is-
broke the all-time scoring record. Like, how is he not? How is he not considered the GOAT on
Well,
anyone's
that's right.
terms?
We are in LeBron's fifth prime. Okay, the first one
Yeah,
was when he was a
I've
young,
seen this,
when he
yeah.
was a young athletic beast on the initial Cavs team. The other one was when he was at the Heat at probably his physical best. He then went back to the Cavs, being an absolute monster once again. You know, single-handedly dragging them to victory.
That was meant to be his swan like the final.
His swan song,
yeah.
absolutely. He came to the Lakers, and people said he came to the Lakers just because he wanted to live in LA and possibly work on movie deals in the future. He brought them one
Cheese.
ring. He brought him a ring 3 years ago.
And people
Here
trying
he
to
is
say
at
that that
38
ring doesn't
years
count
old.
because of COVID. I tell the players
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Here he is, 3 years later, 38 years old. He's with AD at the moment. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
The
But
best
AD's not
two
young.
players so far in the playoffs are those
How
two
good
blokes.
how good is basketball? How good is the Lakers? How good is
LBJ.
LeBron James? Sorry, I confused you, Lucas. I remember someone telling me they don't think he's the GOAT.
No, is it Matt that has that opinion?
Someone.
Yeah, it is, and he's a
Someone.
dickhead for that reason.
Yes.
He's a
Well,
dickhead for
shout
that
out to
reason.
Matt for being a dickhead.
And this time it's Matty W, not Matty C, who's
Matty
usually
W.
a dickhead.
Yeah.
But anyway, lads, enough basketball talk. That was good chat. We don't really talk too much basketball on here, so it was good to get that out. But onto the horse racing, lads. Onto the horse racing. We talked a little bit about it at the start, but I wanted to really get into a deep dive into it with Lucas. I know he knows so much, but I want to start off with my betting. Jason Holder, 4 wins in a row. And some of them at huge odds, mate. $23 odds, $14 odds, $7 odds. He was flying. Lucas.
If only that $46.
Oh, mate,
was
$46
Look, mate.
odds would be good.
You're not wrong, but the stubby holder was absolutely on fire on the weekend.
Get your
Now, you had a
stubbies
couple-
out.
Everybody get this stubby out, that's right. Now, I'm trying to figure out. So I know he didn't win. He didn't win race 1. That was won by the favourite $1.80.
He
favourite.
started
then won on
second
a
place, yeah. Yeah, second,
Yeah, he started. Yep. So he's gone race 2. He's picked he's ridden a $26 winner home. Race 3, he's ridden a $6.50 winner home. Race 4, he rode a $4.20 winner home, and then Brandon's jumped in our group chat, everyone, and he's going, "What do you reckon about Stubby Holder 4 in a row?"
4 in a
And I remember
row.
reading it, looking at his horse and saying,
No
I didn't say
thanks.
anything, but I just thought, whatever, dickhead. only to listen to what's his name? What's the commentator's name in Adelaide?
Gately, nah.
No, not the goat.
The guy commentating, I'm not sure. I can't.
Oh,
Brett Davis. Brett Davis
Davis.
is his name. He
Yeah.
goes, sell Telmo Fuego, and I've gone, oh, fuck, there's no chance, is there? But a monstrous performance from one of the best jockeys in Adelaide. He also won race 8 Party Princess, but yeah, he's on fire at the moment.
Mate, the king of Morphettville, that bloke, honestly.
Like,
Absolutely, dude.
he flies
Absolutely.
under the radar. Everyone knows Willie Pike at Ascot. Obviously,
Yeah.
in Sydney, you got J Max and every other good jockey in the world. But Jason Holder, he just goes by unnoticed to most punters. But geez, he gets some winners.
Mate, I was gassed. I was on 4 of them, so I was cheering. My dad was pissed off that he was working for the day, and then sees my bet slips and goes, "Oh, fuck."
But you know the thing was, being one of the big premier Adelaide race days, Mark Zara was in Adelaide.
Yeah, and
one of the
he's-
best
yeah.
jockeys in Melbourne. Damien Ollie, arguably the GOAT, was there as well, and they're getting riding lessons by old bloody
Stubby.
the Le Stubby.
He wasn't
Oh,
so
man.
much of a flat track bully that day. He was. He invited the cool kids around and still bullied them.
Yeah, so there you go, the Stubby.
But the big races were on. We already talked about White Barlin, but the gig, the kick, mate. How good was that to see, Lucas?
Oh, mate, you know how you blokes know how I feel about Giga Kick. My favourite horse is Nature Strip, and the fact that someone has now taken over Nature Strip's mantle as one of the best sprinters. Well, Nature Strip was the best sprinter in the world for a few years, but now it seems the baton has been
Yeah.
passed.
At
Leachy-
least in
Giga.
Australia, whether Giga can
Yeah.
prove it in the world stage.
New kid on the
Well,
block at the
I'll-
moment.
New kid on the block, that's right. I'll talk to you guys soon about who I think might be a tad better.
Yeah.
But look, Giga Kick's performance in the 10,000 was massive. Clayton Douglas said during the week he will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat out, he
Yeah.
will win, right? And Clayton Douglas nailed it. But I just want a big shout out to Bjorn Baker. He took the decision to geld Overpass. Now,
Oh, yeah, that's
Overpass,
good.
in his 2 starts back from being a gelding, he wins the Quokka over in WA. He flies all the way back over to Queensland and runs a fantastic second at the odds of $3 for a place for Josh Parr and Bjorn Baker. So Overpass is trending in the right direction towards an Everest slot later this year.
Right. Overpass led around the corner, and then to hold on and then to kick to keep up with Giga Kick was next level, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a lot of improvement to come as well, I think.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Well, I think there's not too much more to talk about racing, but there is one big thing I want to ask you, Lucas, and you already know what it is. Lucas, what is your top 3 Australian horses currently?
My current top 3 Australian horses.
Yes,
Okay.
mate. This is a big question because,
This is hard because I feel they could be interchangeable.
Mhm.
Well, I think 2 of them could be interchangeable, right? I think I Wish I Win is currently the best horse in Australia,
Ooh.
trained by the one and only PG Moody.
Hey, Joey.
I think Giga Kick is probably right up there with him, probably 1A, 1B. I cannot wait. I think they're both geldings. I'm sure I Wish I Win's a gelding. So the fact that those 2 are geldings, only a year apart in age between them, we could be seeing these 2 as the next Eduardo Nature Strip,
Oh,
battling it out for the top sprint prizes over the next few years.
That'll be hot.
that'll be
That'll be fantastic. But my pick might not be the best currently right now, but I think come the end of 2023, we'll be speaking of Amelia's Jewel as the best horse in Australia and one of the best in Australasia. I think the ceiling on this girl is unbelievable, and I think she will have the world at her feet.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Honestly, I was just having a sip of beer. No, I agree.
Tasty. What are you
Agree.
thinking, Brandon? Surely you've got your own list, right?
Well, I have a couple of horses in mind, and it's not how you've listed it out. So,
Ooh.
hear me out. My top 3 Australian horses currently: Giga Kick, number 1, proven. Everest, proven just now, beating Overpass, just keeps winning. It's the next big thing, mate. It's gonna have the dominance of weeks. I can see it.
Who? Overpass?
No, Giga Kick.
Oh, fuck. I thought you said Overpass.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
he-
mate, like, blokes on... You're going to get shredded for saying that.
He
But
beat
anyway,
he
go on.
beat Overpass. So Giga Kick.
Yes, correct.
Number 1 for me. Number 2, I would actually probably go I Wish I Win. So I was going with that. So we pretty much just bam.
Peter Moody.
Three's tough. Like, I know Anamo's just retired, so I would have maybe thrown it up there, but I mean, it's tough. It is tough.
Look, Anamo's retired, mate. so you
Yeah, I
can't
know.
forget-
I'm struggling. Third pick. It's gonna be Nature Strip, mate. He's gonna come back in Nature Strip. Is gonna
Come
go
on.
Hey,
the strip.
mate, I reckon you've forgotten one that you love by the name of Mr. Brightside.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Mr.
The start of the streak
Brightside.
as well. No, how's he
Yeah,
forgot that?
yeah.
Well, this
forgot
is why
Mr.
you fell off.
Brightside,
This
mate.
is why you fell
I've
off.
fallen off. I didn't.
It's because you
fallen
forgot where you
off.
came
You've
from.
fallen
You forgot
off. I
who
didn't.
got you here.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, God.
You fucking scumbag.
I should have bet on Giga Kick. I did talk about it. $1.70 odds. I would have got my streak back and going again, but you know, is what it
If I
is.
just didn't back the Tigers, I could have started a streak.
Yeah. We move on, gentlemen. We move on. Now, the next thing I have on the list, something a bit harsh to talk about, yeah. But Jared Hayne has been sentenced for 4 years, 9 months. Paul Kent has been arrested. Bit of rugby league drama, boys. What do you think about this?
Someone else go
Come back,
first.
come back, spend some time in Silverwater jail together.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, can give Kenty some stories about when he was playing?
Yeah, so I've just got to say, as a Parramatta fan, I'm absolutely disgusted that Parramatta legend, in all time, hero of mine, Paul Kent, has been found to have had this serious crime on his name,
Oh,
allegedly,
no.
obviously, because he's
Allegedly?
only just been charged, nothing
Allegedly,
gone
everything's
through court,
alleged.
so it's all alleged with Paul Kent. And
Mm-hmm.
then Gold Coast Titans legend Jared Hayne
get
has done
out.
what he did. How could he do that?
No. It wasn't Gold Coast Titans legend. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, then-
Oh,
yeah. How could he fall into this hole?
No.
So I'm really saddened by Paul Kent, as I said,
Yeah.
Parramatta legend that has allegedly done something quite wrong here. But Jared Hayne couldn't care less, so he's the Titans and San Francisco's problem.
Yeah, look, I'm in the similar boat. Like, you feel for both. Like, you feel in a way like if Jared Hayne's done what he's done, then fair enough. He's been convicted, so
Yeah.
everything's come out. But Paul Kent, you feel for him. He's been dropped out from his job, but at the same time, the bloke is the biggest person to bully someone while they're down or they've done something wrong. So maybe copping a little bit of karma here is not too bad. That's why
Yeah.
I don't know.
As I think it was
Now, this
Moe
is
said
where I
today
come in,
the group
right?
chat.
This is where
This
Lucas
is where I
comes
come
in.
Kenty, I've always disliked you on NRL 360, mate. You've always got to lay the boot into someone when they're down.
Yeah.
Just as Brandon said, now it's come back to bite you. There's a photo going around of you on Twitter right now, mate. You've got something written on your hand like say no to domestic violence. There you are, being a contradicting piece of shit.
Allegedly.
And cop it.
Allegedly. It's all alleged here, Paul. Don't
Allegedly.
come.
Allegedly. Paul, if you're innocent, mate, allegedly.
But we actually posted that on our Instagram, so that fucking photo is hilarious.
And if for some reason you listen to this and not following, jump on there. All the best
get in
content.
there, mate. Get in there.
He must have been a few beers deep watching the UFC last Sunday. That's all I'm saying.
I think it was
Jerome Luai was over at his house and he got a bit confused
Yeah.
and grabbed the wrong person
He
by
was-
the throat.
My
He
theory
was
is
watching Henry Cejudo.
my theory is he had a prosy over. He had a prosy over. It didn't have a
Allegedly.
safe word. Yeah, allegedly. And there was no safe word or something. It was just
Allegedly.
But just
Allegedly.
quickly, how good's this taxi driver in the whole Jared Hayne saga's going? Eh?
Oh, yeah.
The bloke got paid $550 to sit at the front of some bird's house, wait there 10 minutes while Jared Hayne does his thing.
Oh, no.
Comes back inside, mate. The bloke's got made $550 to drive to Sydney from
Oh,
Newcastle.
mate, that's the craziest part about this crazy Titans player, is that
Yeah,
imagine getting a
He's a
taxi
former
to
NFL
Newcastle rather than just going to a brothel.
that's right. He's a former NFL player. That's all I
Yeah.
knew, man.
I can't believe the first person he called was Mitchell Pearce. Mitchell
Yeah.
done something wrong.
Boy, Pearcey, get this lad.
Mitch, you should have seen You should have seen the blood. It was awesome.
Apparently, the first words he said was "Oi, Pearcey." Yeah, apparently, the first words were "Pearcey, who's your solicitor?"
Oh, Jaws. All right, lads. I think we've had enough of the controversy for a little bit. All
Enough
that
bashing
legend.
people while they're down.
All legend. All legend. We are safe from any soups. Okay, on to the next, lads. On to the next. We got a segment what Dan enjoys hosting. Guess the athlete. What athlete? What topic? What sport are we guessing, Dan? Are we going specific sport this week?
No, it's just guess the athlete,
Well, just guess the athlete. You're gonna make it tough on him. Last week we did NRL.
Yeah.
We gave people NRL to guess from. So, but
Mate, yours last week was pathetic. You picked another one. You picked an athlete that we'd already done.
but it banged on
Did you hear me
TikTok,
blow
maybe.
about that?
It banged on big TikTok.
Did you hear me blow up at that, Dan?
What was that?
Did you hear me blow up at them using one they've already used?
Yeah, he blew up. Absolutely fuming.
Blew up.
As soon as I seen it, I'm like, Brandon, you're fucking spastic.
Yeah,
come
as soon
on,
as I
mate.
said it, and then I think Lucas said, "Didn't we have him before?" I went, "Oh,
Yeah. When I was listening to the podcast,
I said,
like,
God damn it,
mate,
you
how dare you
absolute
fucking use
genius.
someone that we've already done?
I'm ready.
Oh, mate. All right.
back
on
to Perth you go."
Guess the athlete. Back to Perth. Back.
Fuck, I'd love to go back to Perth.
All right.
Said no
on
one.
you go, mate.
Right.
Hurry up. Finish your segment. I've had
Alright.
enough. I'm going to guess your segment right now. It is fucking Jason Holder. Done it.
Nah, fuck
Okay.
you.
Shit. Okay, go.
Say when.
Alright, Lucas, guess the famous athlete. Starting in 3, 2, 1, yeah.
Jockey.
What was that? Hockey? No.
Jockey.
Jockey, yes.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Jamie Carr.
No.
J-Mac.
No.
Ollie.
Who?
Damien Oliver.
No.
Hugh Bowman.
No.
Nash Rula.
No.
Sydney based or Melbourne based? WA based.
Oh, fuck.
James Orman.
I'm
Jamie
just
Carr,
drinking
Rachel
what I
King.
like.
Is it Sydney or Melbourne based, bro? Sydney
Neither.
based? Oh, okay. Is it Australian jockey?
Yes.
Western Australian based?
No. No.
South Australian
wait.
based?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
We need 2 minutes here. We need 2 minutes
He's
here.
gotta look at it.
Is it William Pike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
WA based, you stupid looking
I
donkey.
don't know how you didn't guess it
Yes.
after James said I'm drinking what I like.
Well, you know what, dude? Shit, I didn't think you wouldn't know if is he Sydney or Melbourne based. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to work out where he's fucking
Ascot.
Yeah.
Ascot.
He's in
Yeah, I
WA,
knew he was
mate. If he's
Ascot.
not running around at Ascot,
This
the
has
bloke's
been
running around in
shambles.
Pinjarra or Belmont.
Sorry for anyone having to listen.
I apologize, fans.
Shambles. And you
Couch
said
potatoes.
I had shambles at Hazem El Masri. At least it banged. Mate. It
Hey,
was
at
good
least I
shit.
used someone that we hadn't used before.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
Yeah, fucking
I had my research, so you know.
Also, fuck the game is easy when you don't have the pressure on you. There I am going, drink what you like. I've already picked it.
I mean,
10 seconds in.
Brandon already fucking guessed what I was going to use at the start.
Is that J-Mac?
I was going to use Stubby.
Why he's
Oh,
the
Stubby.
goal.
No wonder you didn't know where he was from.
I was using Stubby and then fucking Brandon said it. I'm like,
Is there good footage of you like trying to frantically search up his name so you can find out where he's from?
No,
or-
no, no.
Oh, that's so good.
I knew where
Oh.
Parky was from. I just couldn't remember.
Sweet relief. After you chatting so much shit, I guessed your athlete in milliseconds.
Go fuck yourself.
Genius.
Wait till true or false. I'll get them all right.
Genius. Anyone else want to, talk me up, inflate my ego a little bit? Just, he's a genius.
Mate, your head's already big
Okay,
enough.
thank you, guys. Thank you. On to the next segment. We're going to talk a little bit of Origin, boys. Origin around the corner. Just going to talk our, top runners, front runners who you think might get a call up. Not teams, because we just haven't got enough time. We're a bit drunk. Didn't get to write those down. But, James...
Maybe
TikTok
Instagram throughout the week. Yeah.
Yeah, we might chuck
TikTok, Instagram, throughout the week,
chuck
yeah.
them up. James, you got any front runners you think might get a call up?
So I've got just a couple of players that I want to mention around the forward pack because we've had a couple of injuries and
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting who ends up getting the nod. So obviously Trebojevic is out. Crichton is 50-50. Liam Martin has not played a game yet. There's
He played
three.
this week. He did play
He
this
did?
week.
Yeah, I was going to say he was back on.
I didn't even notice him.
Friday,
Sorry,
yeah.
I watched that game too. I didn't even notice him. But so that says a lot about him. So he's also he's probably more of a 60-40, 60 in his favour rather than Crichton, where he hasn't seemed to found any form yet. But I want to bring up a couple of random players. Jack DeBellin as a possible bolter.
Did you say Jack the Felon?
Yeah, well, no, Jack the not felon because he.
That's right.
Yeah,
Free my boy Jack.
Yeah,
Free him up.
I,
Wait, he was freed up.
I think he's a very interesting choice. Obviously, he's definitely not the front runner. You've got your Hudson Youngs, your Olakawatus, but I thought he's an interesting shout. Then you got
I like
Tyson Frizzell as a player that's been there, done it, bit older, but if you're looking for someone that you don't have to worry about, Tyson Frizzell's your man, been in good form as well.
Yeah.
And then
Two Dragons players, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
yeah.
Well, he's Newcastle
Oh,
Knights now, but
Oh, but Tyson Frizzell left to go to Newcastle to win a premiership.
yes, he did.
Yeah.
He will.
How's that going for him?
Well, it's better than fucking last place or whatever you guys are going. Continue on, James.
Hey, we're in 16th. Tigers still exist.
Shut your mouth.
And then, So then the last player I want to mention, I don't think he'll make it simply because of his choice to not play at the start of the year through the fine. But if you're going form alone, is Ryan Madison, because he plays both edge, front row, and he's been red hot since coming back. But other than that, obviously Hudson Young and Olakau'atu are your front runners.
Look, I mean, you're saying some good ones. Obviously, Parramatta bias with Ryan Madison. Because all I was thinking myself, hear me out, boys. Cam McInnes. Absolute weapon.
No
Weapon.
Cronulla bias there.
No, none at all. It's just he's a great athlete, a dummy half,
James,
a lock.
have you guys had
front
anything today?
rower?
Like, is he on drugs or anything?
A little bit. Sharks won, which is pretty much him on drugs.
Yoo-hoo!
Fuck.
No comment on the drugs, but allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I do actually think Cam McInnes is a weapon and has
He could definitely
been
do a job.
unfortunate to not get looked at over the years because we have so many good locks / dummy halves. But now we have players
Like,
dropping
you
in.
You never play anyone except Yo in lock.
If you
Yeah.
want, if you want a defensive,
if Yo gets injured, it's Cam Murray straight in.
Cam Murray.
yeah. If you want a defensive player who's going to do similar to what Trebojevic does, McInnes is your man. Just saying. And Lucas, what do you think? Any players front runners for you, mate? Other than Luke Brooks,
here's my
obviously.
thoughts, right?
Yeah.
If you need someone to scare the opposition so much they won't come anywhere near you, you put Cam McInnes out there because he looks like a hat full of bums.
Wow.
Keep his mouth guard out. Allegedly.
Wow. How's McInnes
Now-
going to come on the podcast now, mate? I know we're good mates, man.
No. Like this is where you cut me off, right? He is a monster of a player. He's a must in Supercoach and fantasy.
Yes, thank you.
Like as you said, he'll play 9, he'll play 13. Fuck, you want him to play front row, mate? He'll
He'll
play
do
front
it.
row.
He did today.
The
He did
bloke's a
today.
machine.
He was starting front row.
Yeah.
Exactly. He puts his head down, he does the job, and he's a monster for
Thank
it.
you, thank you.
My opinion, Olakau'atu folds one of those fucking grubs in red in a few weeks' time.
You know what was the only problem was
I like
is
it.
he
Maroon.
played piss poor today.
Yeah, he was pretty average.
Yeah.
Made to look shit by Cam McInnes.
No, it was
Exactly right.
Who was it? Was it
Exactly
Rosie Hunt?
right.
Was it?
Royce, yeah, there's a couple.
That first try.
The
That
Cora.
first row was beautiful.
Yeah, but it was straight over Olakau'atu, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Don't worry, boys. He'll
is that
fold
my
someone
origin
soon.
starter?
Dan, any front runners for you, mate?
Mate, you know I had one until this week when he got injured.
Luke
Spencer Leniu.
Brooks. Oh, shit. we weren't on the same wavelength.
Spencer Leniu off the bench until he ruptured his testicle.
That
Yeah,
poor
that
bastard.
would have been an
Yeah,
interesting
that's
one.
tough. That is tough.
Yeah, but you know we all know the Olakau'atus. Like he's got to be there. His form, fucking, except for today, but his form over the last 9 weeks has been fucking amazing.
Who you picking in centres, Dan?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up because none of us had brought it up.
Probably Trell Mitt and oh fuck.
I'll be going.
Go Turbo.
I'm picking Burton myself. I don't know if you guys are on the same
Yeah.
wavelength.
Nah,
Like a
fuck
Birdo.
ya.
I thought
mean, if-
Turbo looked
if-
good enough today that I could pick him.
He got outrun by a second rower.
Yeah, but he's
Doesn't matter.
he's on a stretch he was slow, but he had acceleration. He looked at strong. Give him another couple of
Yeah.
weeks, I'll back him.
I mean, if the Fox gets selected, then I'd say Stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In centers.
That's the big
Campbell
thing. Yeah, I think he's got to
He's a
be in
front
there.
runner as well. Yeah.
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 That's why I was going to bring him up if we didn't move to the centers because I was like, he's the main person that.
Something I wanted to bring up was fullbacks. I'm thinking, I know like Tedesco's been true and true, through and through, blue and blue, but he's been average this year. And I mean average.
He's
The Roosters have been average.
I think he gets another
automatically
year.
selected.
I think he gets at least another year.
It's tough.
Maybe at
When he's
least one
captain,
game.
He gets automatically selected.
But like, if we get smashed,
Latrell
I think
is
there's a
looking
hot
so
chance of
hot at
Latrell,
the
yeah.
moment.
yeah.
if we get smashed this game one and we need to win, I think Latrell's a hot option.
I had a mate at work. Also, another thing, the halves, Luai, Hines. I'm going to be Hines, obviously. But I
Yeah,
had
I'll
a
go
mate
Hines.
who said,
Yeah.
Luai's
Okay.
probably going to get it. But I said, what happens, right? We lose the first game. Oh yeah, well, now we'll chuck Hines in for his first game where he now has to win back-to-back games to win a series. Like, what's the fucking point? What's the point?
You'd rather him be there for all 3 games.
I feel bad for Freddie because I think the choice was getting easier and easier, and then Nico had a
Until
bad
there.
game last week, and then Luai has an outstanding game this week. Nico looked pretty good today, but it's
But
now made his
Luai
decision
has
so much
had
harder.
Yeah.
Luai's had 1 good game out of how many?
Yeah.
11.
Like, Nico's been fucking red hot since he came back.
Yeah.
All right. Nico is
Okay.
wet and I'm wet, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. We're going to do the next segment, boys. NRL Dragons, true or false. We're going to do a true or false like last week, but this week we're going to only do 3 questions because it was a bit long last week to edit. But, all right, Dan, are you...
Do I get a prize if I get all 3 right?
I'll give you a prize. You can have 2 donations, I reckon.
Alright.
You can
Gonna have to
donate
pick 'em
more.
later in the week.
Yeah, you can donate more to the charity of Bluebet, it is. Yeah. All right. NRL Dragons, true or false? Dan, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Brett Morris currently holds Dragons' top try scorer record with 112 tries.
True.
It is false. Matt Cooper holds the record with 124
You
there.
dickhead. You
Oh,
absolute
mate. Talk
embarrassment.
about knowing your team.
You fool.
That is tough.
Shut
You're an
up.
embarrassment, dude.
Embarrassment. All right, Dan, on to the next one. You got this. It's the comeback season. Comeback season. Dragons, most games played by a player is Ben Cray with 270 games.
False.
That is correct, Dan. It was false. It is obviously Ben Hornby, 270.
Oh, I was gonna
games.
guess that as well. I was gonna guess that.
I was thinking it was better.
Mate, you've redeemed yourself there, Dan. So you're 1-1. And on to the last question. All right, Dan. Here. Dragons' most consecutive losses was in 2021 with 8 losses.
Yeah, it's probably true because we suck.
It is true.
Mate, 3 more
just
weeks and we're
quickly.
dead.
Do you remember
Just
that
quickly,
year,
just
Dan? Do you
quickly.
remember? It was good stuff.
Boy, give it 3 weeks and it'll be this year.
That was going to be my joke,
we're
boy.
2 weeks
but
away from
I was
equaling it.
going to say, this was going to be a bonus point for you guessing how many you're currently on, but Moe ruined it.
I mean, I knew we were on 6 anyway because
Yeah.
I've seen it on Instagram.
Good stuff there, mate. 2 out of 3. Not the bonus bet, but he did better than Lucas last week, I think, maybe percentage-wise.
Nah.
No
Oh,
bonus
nah,
bet
look,
this week, though. No bonus bet.
Dragons
No
have got
bonus
Rabbitohs.
bet. No bonus bet.
Dragons have got Rabbitohs next week and then they got Roosters. the week
Nah,
after,
Parramatta's
so-
got Rabbitohs this week.
Oh, we have Roosters this week, sorry. I
Yeah.
think.
So Dan,
Possibly, yeah.
Dragons are looking to break that record. Hopefully, it'll be good for the team. Good for morale.
Roosters going to bounce back.
Fuck, Brandon. I just wish we had some better co-hosts.
Oh, mate, yeah. It's tough being the 2 only good-looking co-hosts, the
Yeah,
2
like-
smartest, the funniest as well. It's
Yeah, the
weird, you know.
funniest, the most likable. The...
Carrying
What the fuck
the
are you two talking
Oh,
about?
shit!
Oh, fuck, yes, yeah, fuck. Oh, shit.
No, we weren't talking about anything. We were just,
No, it's nothing
how
in
good that
particular.
last segment was fucking amazing.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Next part of the podcast, we got NRL review. We're going to pump through this because
Right, we fucking going.
we're a little bit drunk. We're a little bit tired. Lucas, yes, we're going, mate. We are live, ready to fucking rumble. On to the first game. Thursday. Melbourne Storm defeat the Broncos 24-16. Huge game. Huge results. James, any opinions on the game, mate?
Opinions.
Opinions, yeah.
Yeah, opinions. Sorry, I was
Oh.
actually daydreaming. What game was
I'm going to anyone else got any opinions on the Melbourne versus Broncos game?
Oh, yes, the Melbourne Broncos game. Broncos were relatively in it, but Melbourne ended up just looking too good over the distance.
I will repeat to the listeners, the audio listeners, we have had a couple beers. You can't see us drinking at the moment, but we are a little drunk. So you can, give that for us.
Usually I've only had,
Dead sober.
like, I start drinking at the start of a podcast, not already been drinking.
Not finished. Lucas, did you see the game? Any opinions?
Look, I did see the game.
Yeah,
mate. Oh,
yeah.
I saw some of the game, right? I saw the first half because in a classic Thursday night game, I like to find
Classic
myself
Lucas
falling asleep
Thursday.
at half time.
Yeah, falling asleep at half time. I can understand it.
Now, it's one of those games that failed to grab me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it failed. It was a lot of stop-start. I just didn't like the flow of the game the ref was giving me. So I fell asleep at half time. But it was fair play to the Melbourne Storm.
Yep.
Winning the game. What was it, 24 to
16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was definitely it was a bit of controversy with hip drops and penalties.
Shoulder charge.
Shoulder charge.
Carrigan being sent off ruined my team this week.
Yeah, that was tough for all of us. But yeah, Reece Walsh getting away with a shoulder charge, getting fined by the match review committee. Then you go down the other end of the field, and the Melbourne player gets actually it's a penalty try for a push in the back, where Reynolds hits his head and hurts his neck and a bit of concussion, which hopefully he's all right at the moment. But
I hope he's feeling all right. He's meant to miss this week because I think it was graded.
11-day turnaround. But it was one try gets disallowed, the other try gets allowed down the other end, which kind of sways the game when you look at the score.
Yeah, for sure.
Tough on the Broncos, but at the same time, it's the Broncos, so who cares? Dan, did you see the game? Any opinions?
No, I didn't watch the game because I spent all day in Perth. Thursday and was absolutely fucking wrecked.
No need to brag, but I can't
When
did you go to Perth?
Yeah,
mate?
when that happened?
I didn't even notice you gone last week, I swear.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, lads, on to the next.
I'm always here.
On to the next game. Warriors defeat the Bulldogs 24-12. Another game that definitely happened. James, did you watch the game? Any opinions?
I watched it with high intent going, how on earth were the Warriors given a 1.5 point fucking minus 1.5 point line going, this is the easiest bet I've ever made in my life. But Warriors were always
And
too
then Tigers
good.
fucked it for you.
Yeah, Warriors were always too good. Bulldogs did well to even keep in the game, similar to the week before. But the Warriors just looked a class above. Vanilla Blake, fuck, he's looking good.
He's looking good, mate. Johnson on the fire as well. Do you see?
Yeah.
He went from 4 games no try assists to 2 try assists within like the first 15 minutes, which was schwepping like. Dan, did you see any other game, or were you in Perth again?
I didn't watch the game because I was out at family's house.
Good
for dinner.
excuse. And we're going to hear this every game. All right, on to Lucas. Did you see the
Look,
game?
I'm glad he's saying this. Remember the first or second podcast?
Oh yeah, what he just
I
tried
just straight up didn't watch any
football
games.
happened. I seen it. Lucas, did you see the game at all?
Look, mate, I saw it was on.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the screen
Yeah,
while it was
no,
on.
that's fair because I mean it was a bit of a bludger, and we said it last.
It was a bit of a game, some might say.
Last week we said it, and it turned out to be that. So on to the next one. This is the game that I watched, and it was an absolute humping. I did not see it coming. 48-4, Penrith thrashed the Roosters, like absolutely thrashed them. Biggest win ever over the Roosters for Penrith, which is crazy to say. Lucas, I want to hear your opinion on this one, mate.
Okay.
What's the first half like, Lucas?
I'd tell you if I watched it. What I can tell you is that I saw the first 10 or 12 minutes. I fell asleep at 6-0 or 4-0. I then woke back up about 10 minutes later. It was 14-0. I then fell back asleep. This is all serious, guys. I promise you. I woke up halfway through the second half, whenever I was at 24-0, I checked my watch and I was like, fuck, all right, here we go. I started watching again. I fell asleep. Next thing you know, it's full time. I've woken up and it's 48-4. I thought I'd missed an hour of the game.
Oh, bloody hell. Like, if only-
It seems like Nick Politis' boys just pulled their pants down and faced the other way.
if only the Tigers could do something like that for you. Go to sleep, you wake up 48 to fucking 4.
Honestly, mate, I love the Tigers. I'd watch a Tigers game, but I've no doubt if they're playing on a fucking Friday night at 8 o'clock, I'm asleep at 8:50, bro. I've no doubt.
Luckily, you guys will never play a Friday night game.
Yeah, we're way too shit. Or if we do have it, I'll be, I'll have a 10-year-old kid,
And you still won't be winning games.
No, that's right. No, I'll be getting dragged out of a fucking man shed to.
All right, James, you see the game, mate? I
Yeah,
think you watched
so
it.
this
yeah.
Friday night, I actually very surprisingly stayed sober the whole time, and
No way.
I was looking forward to this game, and then got pretty bored of it pretty quick because, geez, the Roosters barely got off the bus.
That
Absolute dominance.
left side was wild. Like, bloody Sorensen had the game of the year for him, or game of his lifetime for him, but game of the year for like second rowers kind of thing.
Oh.
And
He scored a double for fuck's sake, didn't he?
Luai was made to look like God against this team. Dan, you see the game, mate? Yeah.
Mate, as I said,
You were in Perth.
I was at a family's house having dinner, so
All right, well then,
I didn't watch the game.
Okay, that's
come
fair
back to
enough,
me,
mate,
'cause
that's
I
fair
wanna
enough.
come back to what you're talking about, that left-hand side.
That left-hand side was a weapon,
the
James.
Manu and Suoliti combination just wasn't working, was it? They kept getting caught out.
Yeah.
Neither of them seemed to be talking to each other in defence.
Two blokes who don't know how to play centre, two blokes who don't know how to play their position,
Yeah,
playing there kind of thing.
defending next to each other.
Yeah.
Jeez, it was an absolute mismatch, and Luai is way too good for that, and then Sorensen's just a class act in second row.
It reminded me of Talakai and Moylan, like those two together.
I thought you were going to say Talakai and Morgan Harper, but
that was pretty much how
That
it
was a
went.
good old fashioned boot down.
Well, I think
Well, I'm gonna say it. When I said Roosters were a premiership contender at the start of the year,
we were all
You meant
right.
pretender.
I did not expect them to becoming 10th.
Well, at least, guys, hear me out.
Temp's very respectable because Parramatta's
Yeah,
a
but
premiership
still.
contender.
Hear me out, guys. They haven't had 50 points scored against them, so they can still win the grand final.
Yeah.
So that's good
Fuck,
for
they were
them.
close.
That's good.
They were close this week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm putting a line for them. Hear me out. This is not live on the podcast. The line is for Roosters. They can't do it.
Leachy's lock. Roosters do not make the 8.
Yeah. Put them for last place even. I don't care. They're not making it.
Dragons and Tigers have got that wrapped up.
Oh, on to the Tigers then. Good segue. 20 points to nil. The Bunnies defeat the Tigers. Look, I'm going to start off to begin. Tigers in it for so long. 8-0 for a while there. They could defend. They could run out of their half. They could do everything. Once they got into that 20-metre zone, crumbled. Lucas, can you give me your opinions?
Robbed.
Robbed.
Nah. Yeah, look, it wasn't.
Mate.
Look, it wasn't a great watch. I mean,
No sleeping?
Brooks. No sleeping.
No
It's
sleeping,
3
okay,
o'clock
yeah.
and I was
Yeah,
asleep
too early.
then I probably deserve to get shot. But look, Brooks had some questionable attacking kicks,
Yeah.
especially with that second break he made with about 12 or 13 minutes to go. He
The
broke
chip
through
and
line
chase.
with Latrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, was it the chip? No, it wasn't the chip and chase. It was before
Okay.
that. He broke through the line. Obviously, he's not beating Latrell one-on-one,
Yeah,
but
that's
the
not-
grubber kick that he had.
Oh,
was just
yeah, the inside
absolutely
grabber
atrocious.
kick. Try to get it to Wakeham. And your man...
Yeah, it was shocking. Look, I mean, we were in it. If that score had ended up 8-0, I mean...
Yeah, it would have
obviously not
looked
happy
so
with the
much
loss,
better,
but
yeah.
You
it's-
didn't deserve
it
to
would've
lose
looked
by
much better.
more than 12.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Or
look, it is what
14,
it
I
is.
guess, because they kicked the penalty goal. But yeah, you didn't deserve to lose by more than that.
You guys started trying
Yeah.
to play catch-up footy, which is like... It's always going to result in that sort of stuff. But, yeah, It was just these guys couldn't attack when you got in that 20-meter zone, and it's been the same story for your last 10 years. Well, not really, like, but
10 weeks. This
10
year.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one
very
week you did score and beat Penrith was like rubber kicks through. Like, it wasn't attacking
In the wet.
footy.
In the wet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look, there is a fantastic saying
Yeah.
to this.
Fantastic
It
thing. I'm
is what
listening.
It is.
It is what it
is
is.
what it is.
It is what it is.
Shit. Dan, did you watch the game or were you in fucking Perth?
I watched a bit of it while sitting at the airport, but I was also trying to charge my phone.
And
so
you're
I wasn't
also
really
out
watching it.
in Perth with family. Okay, yeah, fair enough. James,
I'm in
No,
Perth.
at this time, I was at the airport. Right?
Okay, yes, cool. So he's
About to get on a
coming
plane.
back. All right, sweet. James, anything else to add in, or we
I
on to the
had
next game?
the most unique experience of being a
Oh,
Tigers
that's
fan
right. Yeah, you
for
were
a
Tigers.
week, and by God, it hurt. It hurt.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
oh,
tough.
this is wrapped up. No, it wasn't. Fuck the Tigers. All right, that's all.
Jim Jam, so close, but so far. So close, but so far. On to the next game. 42-22, Cowboys defeat the Dragons. Dan, you didn't get to watch this one. I know this because he was on a flight.
From Perth.
From... Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good.
You're gonna add that in afterwards, because
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. I could hear it.
It picked up straight in mine. Yeah.
Yeah, but they won't be able to hear it on the podcast because
mate.
Just your
desktop audio is
Discord or
muted.
just okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. Onto the game. Dragons were in there. They were close, but classic Dragons fashion. The only player who turned up was Ben Hunt on his 300th. The poor bloke had a
was
try.
half there.
Yeah, DeBellin was there. They started off with Ben Hunt in dummy half, right? Set up a try for DeBellin. 5 minutes later or whatever, Sullivan gets put in the bin for 10 for a professional foul, doesn't come back on. So he goes from he goes from dummy half to half
you
back.
haven't watched the game. So,
And,
and it was a questionable professional foul. Like
Yeah.
it was a send off for 10 because he was stuck under the play. He couldn't really do anything, but it ended up like slowing down the play when they made a line break. So he
Yeah.
had to get given 10.
So Sullivan
And then
went from
in the
half
10 minutes
back
he's
and
off.
then he's gone. Hooked.
In the 10 minutes he's off, they score 18 points and he doesn't come back on the field.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I saw
Yeah.
You guys are gonna hate me.
yeah. What were you saying, Lucas?
Yeah, my phone just died. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. We'll
Yeah.
keep doing the potty. You just got no
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
cam.
We'll just put a.
Fuck, how good is this? We don't have to look at Lucas's face.
Oh, yeah, mate. That makes it so much easier. Easier in the eyes as well, so that's good.
Shit. God
But-
dang.
Oh, I just watched the Jack DeBellin try. That was fucking beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
good stuff. He was looking hot in the dummy half, and then,
It's
I'm
like
watching the highlights quickly to see if they show the professional foul. They probably will.
but Sullivan gets in, he's off, gets hooked, doesn't come back on, and I mean, you guys didn't look too well afterwards. It was pretty average.
Yeah.
It was sad to see, but also good for the Cowboys and good for Joel. Joel deserves a win, you know.
Joel needs this. Joel needs this.
They didn't show the professional foul.
Yeah, you might have to watch a mini or something or
But-
highlight.
Might have to cry to the whole game.
Yeah.
My question to you guys is, when is Hook getting sacked, and who is getting the
Fucking
job?
tomorrow, hopefully.
Who's getting the job?
He'll be
Riles
sacked
next
within a
year.
week, I reckon.
Jason Rice. What are you saying, Lucas?
I reckon within the next week.
Next week, yeah. James, you thinking the same?
Knowing how the Dragons like to prolong these things, it could be 3 weeks from now. And,
Yeah.
God,
who-
no.
I think Jason Riles gets the job, but who was the name that you brought up, Brandon?
Michael Checker, the ex-Wallabies coach, has said to Dragons, if you're looking for a coach, consider me available. Which is,
He's a
good-
big rugby
good
league
coach.
fan, big rugby league man. Like he grew up loving both codes equally, if not even a little bit more league. So
Wouldn't be bad having
be
an
interesting.
ex-Australian coach as your,
we'll still be shit though.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, come on, obviously.
We all
but-
know that.
Yeah.
Come on,
Like,
Dan.
fucking Craig-
We're just saying
Craig
that
Bellamy-
Chica could be a good coach.
Yeah.
Craig Bellamy could be our fucking coach and we'd still be
Look,
shit.
I think Mary McGregor was a good coach.
Look, we won't get into good coaches because, yeah, we all know Craig Fitzgibbon's the best. On to the next game. A battle of great coaches, actually. Ricky Stewart versus Brad Alpha. 26-18, the Raiders defeat Parramatta. James, I know you're going to talk a lot about this, so we're going to go straight to Lucas. How do you see the
Oh, wait, before that, I want to correct you. Benji Marshall's a good coach.
Aw.
Okay,
And that's
yes.
it.
Sweet.
Now
Lucas,
ask me again, Brandon.
Lucas, how do you feel about the game?
What's the matter? Fucking dogs. You know, look, I strongly dislike Parramatta because of a few blokes that I know that
Yep.
think Parramatta's shit don't stink and that they're the best
Riley,
team of all
Carson
time
Johnson,
when they've
James
not
Leach.
won a fucking thing for 40 years. So I love seeing it. I hate it that my good friend James has to, you know, go through them being bad because James is actually a good bloke and he's actually extremely reasonable when it comes to rugby league and his team. But these other certain blokes have ruined it and they can get fucked, and so can Parramatta.
Well, that's fair. You should have seen him on Saturday night, to be fair. James was blowing up. Did you actually get to watch this game, mate? You were home,
I
maybe?
was still in the
You were on the
fucking
plane?
air.
You're in the air. Okay, that's fair
I was
enough.
still in the air.
Yeah.
God, I didn't land till 10 o'clock. I was still in the fucking air.
Whereabouts were you again? I forgot.
I think I was in Perth.
Perth. Okay, yeah, sweet.
Penrith.
James.
Well, there's
Okay.
nothing to do there, so I might as well.
James, I've put my earplugs in. Now speak about Parramatta. Okay, go.
My God. 10 free penalty count. A
What's the matter?
A player trips over, lands on his knees. Guppo strips the ball from him and gets penalised for a head-high tackle.
What about the weak gunner dog? Tell me more about that Horsburgh.
To be fair, that was it was just 10 in the bin. There was nothing
Oh, yeah,
more
okay,
to it.
yeah, I
Like,
just
it
wanted-
was
I
just,
just-
you know, it wasn't much more, wasn't much less. As Ricky Stewart blew up though, like how does
Latrell,
Latrell stay
yeah,
on
get away.
last week, and then Horsburgh go off there? There's no consistency in that.
True. That
But
is true.
yeah, just a lot of like just the 50-50s just weren't going our way. Like Parramatta didn't play good, but geez, like when Jake Arthur turns his back and braces himself, gets absolutely hammered by Jack Wyden, and then the Raiders get the penalty for a fucking block.
Yeah,
Like,
I
on the
thought he had
kick.
a pretty good game too, Jacob.
Yeah, he
good on
didn't
him.
play too bad. His kicking game wasn't great, but obviously that's something he needs to work on. And as a young kid, I would have preferred to see Dylan Brown kick a bit more. But yeah, like I thought he played alright. He took the line on. He threw a couple of good short balls. But that one, it wasn't a huge call in the matter of the game, but it summed up how the refereeing was, where he just turned his back, didn't move, and somehow was running a obstruction block play for the kick. Like,
It's unfortunate for you guys, and you know, Raiders Viking clapped you. So
Yeah.
On to the next. That's a bottom four talk right there. Done. Knights versus Titans. That was on today. We've been drinking, watching the games. 46-26. Titans, the first NRL team to score the same points 5 weeks in a row. Thank you, random stats man, for that one.
yeah, he even made the call to you could put a fucking bet on the Titans to score the same amount of points. So
Yeah.
if anyone was managed to do that, it would have been an outstanding bet.
Thank you, Rando. That was good stuff. Dan, did you watch the game today, mate?
So,
Don't tell me you're in
Right in
Perth
bed.
because I know you're back. I know you're
Yeah, I know
here.
you're back. I saw you this morning.
Continue.
yes, James made my loans this morning.
Continue.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah, I laid in bed, started watching New South Wales Cup game.
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Jacob Little scored the game-winning try.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And then laid there, and then Fell asleep.
No, that's
The Lucas curse. The Lucas curse.
But I didn't fall asleep at
done
the
to me on a
halftime. I fell
Sunday
asleep
afternoon.
at
on
the
a
start of the game.
Sunday. Oh, bloody straight.
You call it jet lag, if you will.
Lucas,
Fuck, Brandon.
jet
We're
lag.
lucky some of
eh?
us can fucking watch some games in a
mate,
week.
bloody
Jeez.
true. Two people carrying the podcast. That sucked. Lucas, did you watch the game, mate? Any footy today? While drinking?
Look, yes,
Yes.
a bit of footy.
Bit of footy.
Mate, Ponga finally seems to be getting back
Yeah.
in some sort of form, which was massive.
Just in time for Origin as well.
Yeah, scary.
That's a scary thing for the New South Wales players because we know, as New South Wales boys, we know that when he shows up in a big Origin game, he does play the house down. So, very, very worrying there. But, it seems like every one of their backs got on the score sheet. I mean, you got Dom Young, Marzu, Bradman Best, Gagai, Ponga got on the score sheet. Fun fact, the Titans have scored 26 points for the last, I think it was 4 weeks in a row.
I'm going to give you the fact right here. It's 5 weeks in a row, Lucas.
God
damn.
Weeks in a row.
Yeah, well,
Look at that.
I feel like he wasn't listening to the
Yeah, I
previous
feel like he was
support.
staring at a
Like-
corner on his wall when we were talking earlier.
Yeah, right.
It was like one ear out the other, in one, out the other.
Yeah.
I did.
Is that right?
Yeah, I did say that to start the game, but no, it's good to know you listen
Yeah.
to me, and that's what really makes me feel good. I
I
know.
reckon someone should put a bet on that they're going to score 26 points
Yeah,
next week.
yeah.
I think-
Maybe Rando. Maybe
We should
Rando
do that
Snapshot.
as a couch commentator bet. We put that. That's one of our bets for next week.
Yeah.
26 points.
CC.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Eddie.
Yeah, we watched the game. It was so close for so long, and then out of nowhere, blowed out of it. Like I said, it was a flip of the coin kind of game, and Knights Ponga just showed up in the second half. James, yeah. Opinions,
Yeah,
mate.
I think the moment that changed it was that Ponga solo try. He
Yeah.
skips outside, young Fasula,
Fasumawalawi.
Yeah. But yeah, skips
Tino
outside the younger brother, and then sells a dummy to Jojo Fafita, goes straight past them both, then comes up to Jaden Campbell.
And
Campbell's sort of covering the
sells
pass,
him.
sells another dummy, and then just goes through the rest of the way. It was like, oh, Ponga's back. That's
It's
good.
good to see a lot of multis got up in that game. There was a lot of multis. There was a lot
Yeah.
of fast scorers as well. James was showing me some of them, and boy howdy, there was some fucking big
The one
money.
I sent in the fantasy chat, that guy that put on for bloody Royce Hunt first try scorer.
True.
Yeah.
Who puts that
Yeah.
much money on a first try scorer, on a forward? That guy's...
Yeah,
much
like
was it?
$20 on a forward for first try scorer. It's,
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we're fans of the Hello Sport boys and stuff, but their call on the Bradman Best inked
Oh,
up
yeah, that's good
Barley
stuff.
2 or more. Tommy, what a bet.
Look.
Bradman Best 2 or more tries because he went to Barley and got the
It got
sleeve tattooed.
Which I
He
mean, it
scored
paid
one
off.
try all year. I went, wow, that's genius.
Look, those boys are geniuses over there.
Yeah.
Part of the content cartel, just like us. Look,
content cartel.
yeah, mate, the content cartel, mate, it's a dangerous place to be a part of.
Yeah.
On to the last game. Oh, just let me stretch out. I'm not in my Sharks jersey at all, lads.
I'm glad you just cut out there. I hope that you finished everything in the game.
Hope he finished himself.
Sharks, the number one team in the league, the team that's going to win the comp. We beat Manly.
Fuck.
We've lost 70% of games to these guys, but tonight we won. Today we won. 20-14 Sharks, defeat Manly Eagles, and we had a 14-4 penalty. No, yeah, 14-4 penalty count or 12-4, whatever it was. We got fucking peppered by the refs, but we still won, mate. Still won. Lucas, did you watch this game, and how do you feel about it?
Look, mate, I did watch the game,
Uh-huh.
and I think the referee assisted you blokes in the first half, and I feel like the referee assisted Manly in the second half to get back at them.
Boo,
To get back at your lot, mate.
boo.
That's my opinion.
Mate, did you...
I think the better team obviously won.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I
I'm glad.
definitely think Manly still have a shit ton of issues, mate. I don't know where they go to.
Yeah.
Tom still seems to be playing injured, but
Yeah.
Nah, look, it's
tough.
Kawati for Origin. That's all.
Tough times for Manly. But as you did say, it was, look, I was happy with the ref in the first half. So that obviously means we're probably getting some good calls. But that second half, that try that Kennedy was over the line and he was standing there looking at it, he just, that's try. Bullshit, mate, bullshit. But Ashley Klein's a good bloke, and allegedly he may have been cheating for them. I don't know. Allegedly? Allegedly. James, you watched the game. How do you feel?
Hey, I watched the game. Yeah, the Sharks' first half was too good. They did a good job keeping in it in the second half because there definitely was a lot of sway back to Manly through the refs.
Yeah.
Unlike the NRL refs to try and bring a team back in the game, and especially a home
you
team.
you would know about that. I don't want to
Yeah.
say maybe there was a bit of bias this round.
Like, there's no refs that would ever give a home team a couple of calls to...
to make the fans not yell at them.
Yeah, so... But all in all, the Manly were a bit flat, which is odd. I thought Tommy looked better, not nowhere near 100%,
Still
but
not
better.
great, though.
Yeah, not great, but like maybe 70%.
Yeah.
Where in previous weeks he was about 60, and I'm going, fuck, this guy can barely walk.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yep.
But the Manly team in general also looked about 70%. The ball was moving slower through the back line. The forwards weren't doing their job. Even Olakawadu couldn't put a tackle on. It's a good game for the Sharks all around.
Yeah.
Bad for Manly.
Manly looking bad. Dan, anything else to add in there? Or
Mate, I don't know if this is going to shock you, but I actually watched this game.
What?
Yay! He's done it.
What?
I may have missed the first 10 minutes,
Oh,
but I
thank
actually
God.
watched this game.
Yeah, so, actually, Dan, I'm going to cut you off. I don't want to hear your opinion now that you've watched it.
Well, fuck you. I wasn't listening to you anyway. I was busy doing anything else.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
You just looked good in the first half, and then
Yeah.
the ref benches.
It was a bit of a bending.
That fucking try they were held up.
He was standing right in front of it, man. It was
wild. The commentators were saying his nose was basically
buried in
right
it.
next to them. Yeah.
Ashley Klein
I reckon he was held up.
needs to be sponsored by Specsavers soon because that.
Funnily
that's
enough,
tough.
it's Klein and Atkins that are the worst refs in the game.
Oh,
and
yeah.
one of them ref the Para game, one of them ref the Sharks game.
One of them's ref Origin and Grand Finals before. Let's put it
that's
there.
the crazy part.
On to actually the last game was Dolphins versus the Boy. Dolphins won. Crazy. Dolphins on a winning streak.
Way.
Dolphins on a winning streak, guys.
Bennett's got a pretty good record against the Buy when you go through his whole career, so
Pretty
it's
good.
not surprising.
All right, next segment, boys. We're going to pump through this NRL tips. We're picking a week out, so this is going to be tough. There could be injuries. There could be anything we don't
Team
know about.
lists, everything else.
But we're going to do it anyway because we're
Yeah.
legends. All right, Broncos versus Panthers. Holy dooly, that's a big game. Second versus third. Lucas,
That's going to be amazing.
who you picking, Lucas?
I'm picking the Panthers to pull the Broncos' pants down at where are they playing? Oh, would you look at fucking
Son.
that?
On a Thursday
Suncorp
night as
Stadium.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, they
we
played
all
their
know-
one game out of Queensland last week. Yeah, they went to
Yeah,
Melbourne.
that's right. How could I forget?
Jesus. Dan, who you
look,
picking?
Panthers.
Panthers, you're picking
Yeah, I'll have to
Panthers?
go Panthers as well.
Dan's picking Panthers. James, are you going to change it? Are you going to pick anyone else? You going to pick
I'm going Panthers.
Okay,
We're
all
gonna
four
lose to
of
the
us-
Broncos
yeah.
twice.
Four of us on the Panthers train here. After that big performance, you got to see them defeating the pretenders that are the Broncos.
The humping.
Yeah.
So we can almost skip through the next game. It's all Roosters, isn't it?
So the next game is James.
Shut your whole mouth.
James has alluded to. It is Dragons versus the Roosters at home. Net Strata Jubilee for the Dragons. So Dan, are
How
you?
is this a Friday night game?
Oh mate, it's the
It's
first.
a six. It's a six.
It's a
That's
6
why.
o'clock game,
Yeah,
but still,
it's-
how is it a Friday night game?
It's the sixer game, so you can allow it. You can allow it. Dan, you picking Dragons? I'm assuming.
Obviously, I'm going Dragons, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Lucas, who you picking, man? Surprise.
Mate, I tell you what, being the 6 o'clock game, I might actually watch this one, but it'll be the
Ooh.
Roosters.
No, you're not. I can 100% sure that next podcast you're gonna say you've gone to sleep between this game because that's gonna be that's a stinker, mate. That's a stinker.
Yeah, look,
James,
maybe.
James,
No,
surprise,
I'm gonna do
surprise
it.
me,
I'm-
surprise me.
I will surprise you. I'm gonna make the call. I think the Roosters are playing horrible, and I think the Dragons have been unlucky to
Yeah.
lose. How many in a row now, Brendan? Can you remind me?
That's 6 in a row. Going for
6 in
seven.
a row, 6 in a row, going for
Yeah.
7. I think that maybe they get their win in the next 2 weeks. So let's go the Roosters.
Yeah. I'm also going to be jumping on that Roosters train because, look, you guys did really well in Anzac round, but you get up for Anzac round. This is not Anzac round, however. And you're going for that 8 and you're
Oh,
going for the
fuck,
9
I
in a row.
didn't realise that they played each other. What,
Yeah, it's
was
only
that
a couple
2
of
weeks
Yeah,
weeks
we
ago?
ago.
played each other a month ago.
A month
Yes.
ago. Fuck.
It's fucking small time frame, and I did
Fucking
think
hell. The NRL needs to fix their draws. It's just a joke.
I think Roosters to them, and yeah, as we said, 9 in a row, mate. It's coming soon, Dan. Get ready for that. Friday night, the blockbuster second game, 8 p.m. Rabbitohs versus the Eels, first versus 14. James, who
I'm
you
going to
picking,
go
mate?
Souths, and I think I'll be having a cheeky bet on like an AJ 2 or more or something.
Okay.
No, you gotta go Latrell 2 or more.
No, Parramatta's
weak-
really weak at our
Yeah,
right edge.
That defensive side is gonna get
Yeah.
Cody Walker, Latrell Mitchell special. Lucas,
Yeah.
who you picking, mate?
Rabbitohs by however the fuck they want,
Yeah.
by whatever the fuck they want.
Okay. I think they might even do better than against the Tigers. I think this is going to be like a 30-0 humping.
Yeah, I
The
think they
Tigers
will
can
as well,
defend
yeah.
when they want.
Yeah. Dan, I'm assuming you're picking the same?
Yeah, the Rabbitohs are my tip, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're premiership contenders. man.
they are. That's the contender side right now. Like, they're up there. Latrell
Them and
yeah.
the Panthers.
And Sharks, obviously. But, you know,
Fuck the
I can
Sharks,
understand you leaving us out. But you won't next game, because the next game is Cronulla Sharks versus the Newcastle Knights. It is at Newcastle. No, it's at Coffs Harbour. Wow. We bring it out to Coffs Harbour for this game.
Good point.
4th versus 11th. James, who you picking?
Risky play, bringing it to Central Coast.
Yeah, Sharks decided, you know what, we don't want to play at
Yeah,
the ground. Let's
yeah.
go to Coffs Harbour. Yeah, great.
Yeah. But yeah, you'd imagine the Sharks are too good. The Knights showed better football tonight, but you'd imagine Sharks are too good.
Look, I will dare say Nikora 2 or more against Ponga. Just saying, he's a great
Do you-
hole runner.
I was about to say we caught it today. We're like, how the fuck aren't the
Yeah.
Titans making use of that after Parramatta showed how it's done?
Yeah. Lucas, who you picking, mate?
I'm picking the Sharks, mate. I think it's going to be another close one, actually.
Close one, yeah. It could be. It definitely could be. Because we love getting in the lead and just going, hey guys, come back. Get close again.
That's right.
That's why we gave New Zealand the win. Like, could be obviously sorry for them as well. Like, you know, they did so hard playing over here for a whole year. Dan, who you picking?
Knights, because fuck you.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Wow,
I like
that's-
the reasoning. I think it's outstanding, actually.
Bit harsh, but okay, I'll understand it. I will be picking the Sharks because we're going to win the league. On to the next game. Tigers versus the Cowboys. Big game. Blockbuster game. It is at Leichhardt as well, so big crowd out at Leichhardt. Lucas,
Is this the last game at Leichhardt for the year?
could be. I don't know.
Yes,
Well-
thereabouts.
Look, ready? The Tigers get up for this one. We lose by 10. There you go. How's that?
I love that. That's a good get on that bet actually. Dan, who's picking, mate?
What a fucking poosling, honestly.
Well, yeah, to be fair, it is pretty bad. Who you picking, mate? Who you picking?
I'm going the Cowboys.
Cowboys. $1.55 odds. It's just not bad. James, who you picking?
You're the Cowboys, and I want to keep my eyes on my main boy, Hillam Leachy. I think he's going to go over for at least one try again this week.
I am going to pick the Tigers. I'm on the Tigers train, boys, because Tiger Town is about, and
How was the Tiger Town?
again, you guys were in it with Souths. And
Yeah.
I think Cowboys aren't a good team this year, and I just think if you can hold out with them, you might be able to score another couple kick tries. Obviously, no good attacking tries.
The crazy
because-
part is, obviously, I'm a bit biased because of my bet. I thought if the Tigers kept playing their football, they would have had a better chance of winning the game. Than
yeah,
throwing
then
the ball
going
around.
wild. Yeah, they ended up shooting themselves in the foot. Onto the next game, Dolphins versus Storm. Well, it's going to be like the Storm old pack versus Storm new pack. Lucas, who you picking, mate?
I think it's a really good game. I am gonna say the Storm. I think they'll continue on their winning ways after beating the Broncos last week. So I'll go the Storm in another close one.
Yep. Dan, who you picking?
Who would have thought at the start of the year this would be 5th versus 6th?
Yeah, Dolphins were heavy favourites for last, so
Yeah, but I'm going Storm.
okay,
Just
Storm.
'cause it's-
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. James, who you picking?
I'm sick and tired of two things. First is the Melbourne Storm, and the second is not being on the Dolphins when they pull up these big upsets. So let's go the Dolphins.
Oh, he's saying fins up. I will be picking the Storm as well. It isn't Suncorp, but just Storm are pretty hot to trot at the moment. Onto
I
It's two
forgot. I
games
forgot
in
that
one
it's at
week, it's
Suncorp.
Suncorp.
They like Suncorp.
onto
Three,
the
you mean
next-
3 games? Magic
The
round
next.
into last week, and then
Onto the next.
No, like 2 games in 1 week.
Onto the
Shut up, Brandon. We're having
Okay, on to the next, lads. Bulldogs versus Titans. 15th versus 9th. Bulldogs haven't been too good lately. Dan, who you picking, mate?
I'll go the Titties.
The Titties. Lucas, who you picking?
Mate, yeah, following there. I think the Titans will score more than 26 this week, but either way, I don't think it'll
James, who you
You think the
picking?
Bulldogs win?
This is James.
Titans 26-12.
26-12. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking Titans will get the win, and it'll be by 1 point, but it'll be 26 to
Oh,
25.
so you're thinking of 26
26 25.
Yeah, so I think Bulldogs kick a field
Oh.
goal, and then they
Yeah.
kick a penalty goal. So that's how it works out.
or
Yeah,
a
so I
2-point
think
field
that-
goal.
Nah.
Foz.
Nah, yeah, I was going to say fucking.
Oh,
what's his
I
name?
like that more. Yeah, the clutch play, foreign just old
Yeah.
man foreign from 40 out.
Poppy.
Yeah, fucking pop foreign.
Lots it over. On to the next, lads. The last game of the week. Sunday Poo Slingers. Wow, both games are pretty average. Raiders versus Manly at GIO Stadium. Back-to-back Canberra games for Canberra. James, who you picking?
Raiders in the most forgettable game.
Dan, who you picking, mate?
Yeah, I'll get Raiders.
Ooh, Lucas, who you picking?
I'm picking my Xbox. There's no fucking way I'm watching that. Nah, look, I reckon these Eagles will get it done.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Close. Yeah, I think the Seagulls will get it done as well.
Actually, I'm
because
changing my tip as well because teams that beat Parramatta don't usually win. So let's go Seagulls.
well, with all stock, we're on the Seagulls, but Dan, is you staying loyal to your Raiders, mate?
I'm still going Raiders.
Okay, sweet. So 3 of us on the Seagulls, and I think they're just going to play good for Origin. Obviously, like they're all going to half the team might get selected next week, so they got to fucking pull a finger out their ass to do
The
something.
Raiders have similar aspirations, other than
True.
Jack White and that.
Yeah,
so
arguably
Like
could have got
Corey Horsburgh wants to get the.
does Huddy
maroon
Young.
jersey.
bloody.
Yeah, Hudson Young wants to get the
Speaking
blue.
Jack White, and arguably he pulled out early
He
because he probably
almost
wasn't
walked
going
in
to.
now.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get the center position because you had Latrell Turbo back, and now
How easy would it
arguably-
be? You'd go Wyden and then Campbell Graham on the wing.
But
That
that
would shred.
is what it is, and as Lucas has referred to before, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Warriors have the bye. Other than that, boys, that's the podcast done. That's the drunk podcast with the lads, the couch commentators.
I'm sober now, dude.
I know. I
Well,
ran
you
out
should
of-
have been drinking through the thing. Although I finished my last beer about 10 minutes ago.
I was gonna
so
say I
that's
ran
fine.
out of beers like 15 minutes ago, boys. So I'm sobering up.
I mean, we're still gonna do our bets, but we'll edit those
Yeah,
out.
we'll chuck them in somewhere.
Wow,
along the
look at
boys.
all the bets that are on the screen right
Oh
now.
my god!
Whoa.
Holy shit!
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe I
That
just
means I have to
won.
wait till all you boys do your bets.
Whoa,
Wow.
what a fucking sick bet. Alright, anyways, lads, number one podcast in the world, and we're just
Number
gonna
one
keep
couch
rising.
commentator.
Number one, we are the number one couch commentator.
Number one.
Legally.
100 followers coming soon.
And Paul Kent allegedly choked some woman. See you later.
Allegedly.
Ah,
Allegedly.
shit.
Fuck you, Paul
Allegedly.
Kent. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Fuck you, Paul Kent. Allegedly.